Good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee. Morning Coffee. Now, I believe that we have reached 4,000 watch hours. There could be ads, guys. There could be ads. So if you have joined the live and an ad has shown up, that will be why. But we'll see. I've not had any notifications. I just, it doesn't show me anymore. So, good morning, Mommy. How are you? How are you? Photo, good morning. You okay, mate? Can you hear me okay? Because I know that fucking YouTube's been a twat with sound recently. I'm swapping over. Yeah, nice. Glad to hear it. Did you see the short that I put out last night? M stands for money. Rebecca, good morning. Good morning. That is M stands for money. Bacon and eggs, nice. So he goes live, okay, and he asks for money every day so that he can pay for a hotel or a room in a motel or whatever. And he's making at least minimum of $200 a day from YouTube. A day. Johnny, welcome. So I shared it. Frankie, how you doing? Gillian, good morning. I shared it, and that's his opinion on people that are donating to his fucking channel. And I'm just like, well, fuck. This bloke is actually worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. Should you visit the UK? If you want to. Why do people? Because people think that he's got no money. People think he's poor. He goes live every day saying that he's homeless and this has happened and that's happened. At one point he had cancer and then the cancer disappeared. What can you say? He looks like a goblin. He's got no fucking teeth. He was trying to raise money to have his cleft lip and his teeth repaired. Where's that money gone? Where did that money go? Yeah, basically, he's a fucking crook. And it pisses me off because there's genuine people that are trying to build a genuine channel. Probably that as well, mate. We're struggling to make money on it. And it really fucking pisses me off. It literally boils my piss that people like this. Lovely home, thank you. No, he does fuck all, mate. He walks around all day with a phone in his hand, going live on YouTube, begging for money, and it fucking winds me up. He's homeless, yeah. He's homeless. He takes everyone's money. Of course, you're gonna pee in the pool, and he just fucking he lives on it. He's living on it. He's fucking what the fuck? When you get up, you get feel dizzy, so you lay back down. That's the way to do it, mate. Lay back down because I'm guessing that you're a little bit poorly for some reason. So yeah. Yeah, it boils my piss. It really boils my piss, and that's why I shared it. Justin, welcome, mate. Good morning. Pretend you're homeless. Oh, no. Do you know what? That's all you can do, isn't it? It's literally all you can do, because trying to do a genuine fucking everyday channel that could help people or show people things or teach people, it's a waste. It's a fucking waste. We work fucking hard to build up a community, whether it be like Sai does. He does carving and lots of other different things. Why the fuck? Morning. Morning. Why the fuck do we do it? Why do we do it? We fucking work hard to try and build up these communities and teach people and give people enjoyable content. For what? We're never going to get rich, right? That's fine. I can handle that. I don't want to get rich, but someday. Good morning. Yeah, it's not fair. It's not right. So we do this. We try to make decent content for people, and then it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, and people like that get away with it, and they're making a fortune, and he's worth hundreds of thousands of fucking pounds, and he buys fucking stupid toys and blah blah blah. For what? Greed. That's what it's all about. Fucking greed. And then cunts like me and Sai, we struggle. Every day's a fucking challenge. So what can you do? What can you do? How can you fucking beat this? How can you fucking... There's people fucking donating hundreds of pounds to him daily. And it literally boils my piss. I try not to fucking focus on certain things like this, because it overpowers my normal thoughts, which in one way is good, in another way it's not, because as you know, I tend to get hyper focused. Mate, they do. They do. Fucking hundreds. Literally hundreds every day. It's fucking unreal. He says, oh, I need money so that I can go and get my teeth fixed. I need to get my teeth fixed, but I ain't going to fucking ask you guys to pay for it. What the fuck? Mustang, good morning. £75 is the equivalent of $100. My channel's going to rock. I know, it does bother me. It bothers me that people like this do the things that they do out of greed. You know? I mean, all right, this is my first month being monetized. In that month, I've made, let me think, 170 quid. 170 quid. The majority of that has come from Roy's memberships, because he's actually bought 100 memberships this month. So for every £2.99 of memberships that he's bought, I've received £1. Looking fresh. Thanks. What's his YouTube channel? M stands for money. And then there's another one, VP Gloves. Is that his name? Yeah, it is Folo, but bear in mind, Johnny, thank you. Appreciate it. bearing in mind, right, that £100 of that £170 has come from Roy. Yeah, still on the roll-ups. So he's gifted memberships to people, which is great. It is great, and I really appreciate that. Those memberships run out, and it's not a guaranteed income, which is fine. I get that. Hopefully, February we'll do the same sort of thing. We'll generate a little bit of money as an income. Memberships I have to declare. Super chats I don't have to declare. PayPal I don't have to declare because it's gifts. If somebody was to gift me something from Amazon, I don't have to declare it, but memberships does have to be declared. So that's £100 that I've got to declare, which is fine. I'm entitled to earn money. Gifts don't need to be declared, so that's good. But it also brings me to the fact that all these super chats that he's getting of you know, whether it be fucking no 6k, mate, anything under 6k. Yeah, it is, mate, it is. So when it comes to donations, if someone was to donate through YouTube and use super chats, for every £3 I receive one, so they take 2/3. YouTube takes 2/3. So what are my thoughts on that? It's a scam. It's a scam. YouTube are making a fucking fortune from us doing the content, and we're just fucking sitting here and doing it and getting a third of what we fucking worked for. So as much as I love the fact that people want to gift through super chats, which is great, I love it. Use PayPal, guys. Use PayPal. If you wanna donate to the channel, go through PayPal. If you want to send something to the channel, use Amazon. The link's there. If you want to donate, that's the way to do it. I need a new jacket. Why? Why do I need a new jacket? You'd be a lot better off, yeah. So I would have earned just on memberships, I would have earned, I don't know, £299 on memberships. Well, if you were to earn the full amount, I'm wearing it on purpose, mate. It's a work jacket, so I'm wearing it on purpose. It's got fucking shredded everywhere. Today, I'm going to be going upstairs, stripping any shit off the bathroom ceiling, like, you know, flaky paint and shit. I'm going to be painting the ceiling, and I'm going to be laying some flooring. I'm gonna fucking try and get it done today. Yeah, I'm going to be doing stuff today. I'm going to be working. Can you still hear me? 30%. They take more than that, mate. Honestly, they're taking two fucking thirds. For every £2.99 membership, I receive £1. That's more than 30%, isn't it? Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it, mate. Spring Spaniel. Yeah, I've got a real one down here. There he is. Curled up, fast asleep. Yeah, we keep 30. They literally take 2/3. And then there's cunts like fucking M stands for money, Matt. That just fucking makes a fortune. And it boils my piss. And it's made me angry. Yeah, the portrait is a Springer. I've also got a German Shepherd and a Labrador picture. Because I like dogs. It just boils my piss, you know? It fucking winds me up. It's ridiculous. And it shouldn't bother me, but it does. It shouldn't bother me. You can't taste anything. Have you done a COVID test, mate? I'm not sure, sorry. So with the memberships, all I'm receiving is £1 for every £2.99 one. I mean, I'm not complaining because, well, I am complaining, but I'm not complaining about it coming in because I appreciate everyone wanting to be a member or wanting to pay for a super chat. It's really good. Super chats are fantastic. That it shows your appreciation. Frankie, get your parents to take you to the doctors, mate. Yeah, exactly that, Folo. I'm working my bollocks off to try and give some decent content, and I know that I'm a bit of a dick sometimes. I know that I ignore the chat when I get out in the workshop. Yeah, it's almost not worth it. If people, instead of using super chats and all that shit, if they was to use PayPal or Amazon and send something to the channel, that's a different thing. Sorry to hear that, Jojo. I don't know how to do it on the screen, mate. There isn't. I don't know how to do that. PayPal is on my bio, and so is Amazon. So if anyone wants to donate, that's the way to do it. Am I making a living off this? If you call £170 in a month a living, then yes. But this is what I'm doing. What's happened? Nothing's happened, Becca. I hope you're well. YouTube doesn't seem to want us to be able to add buttons for some reason. So if I wanted to add a button so that you could click on as a link, that'd be fantastic. But I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. Am I getting pip? I do receive pip. Yes, I get the lowest level of pip. Mark! Yes. Yes. I knew you'd come in and do that today. I fucking knew you would. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you. The good thing about pip is if you're entitled to pip on any level, you're entitled to that even if you're working, which is good. Yeah, thanks, Mark. I knew you would. No, we haven't seen Alan for a bit. I rate UniCredit. Okay. I don't get that, mate. I literally get the lowest pip available. How are you doing, Mark? Are you good? So as nice as it is for people to use super chats, and it's great to see the super chats coming up on the screen. It's really good to see, and I appreciate it. I really do. I rate pip make you rich, probably, mate. Probably. My niece gets the highest rate of PIP. She also gets carer's allowance because she cares for her son that's got mental problems. Her son gets carer's allowance because he looks after his mum. So they both get carer's allowance. They both get the higher rate of PIP. They've both got a disability card that they don't have to pay for. And they get about £3 grand a month. What the fuck? I'm not entitled to universal credit because my wife works, and my wife works fucking hard. And it winds me up. Anyway, let's not get into all that. Let's not get into it because at the end of the day, it's fucking politics and it's shit and it's fucking annoying as fuck. So I'm not going to get into it, but M stands for making a fortune. I think it stands for cunt, personally. Am I jealous? No, I'm not jealous because what I'm doing is it's genuine. It's genuine. There you go. So that £1,200 a month, you can live on £1,200 a month. You can live off £1,200 a month easily. It's fucking mad. Mad. Paying tax to keep ungrateful bastards in a hotel. It's fucked up, Lawrence. It's fucked up. Yeah, I got the vent. It's been fucking bothering me. It winds me up. And I was watching a guy called, was it Streetwise or Street something yesterday, and he was ranting about this guy, and he used to watch him. He used to watch this fucking M stands for money and donate to him. He used to send him money because he felt sorry for him and he felt that he needed the help. And obviously he realized what was going on and it pissed him off, and he's obviously fucking realized that it's not on. So he's gone fucking mental about it. Now, yesterday I was working on this, and I don't know if you can see, but there, it's split. It's split. That whole piece came off, and I've glued it. And I'm hoping that that glue is going to be strong enough. You can see it on the back. It seems pretty solid. So there we go. Yeah, the guy with the black eye, that's the one. The guy with the black eye. That apparently he had cancer, and then the cancer was gone. He didn't have cancer anymore. What the fuck? Is that the original? No, this is the second one that I fucking ruined. This is the second one. Yeah, at least, mate. At least. You had a black eye. M stands for money. It just mashes my head. I won't today, mate. What I'm going to be doing today is something in the house. I'm going to be scraping off any loose paint from my bathroom ceiling and repainting. Look like makeup, that's what I said as well. However, if you look at some of his previous lives, he did have the swelling as well. So yeah, apparently it is real. I asked the missus what she thought, and she said it looks real. So that's what the cross is going to look like, ish, give or take. Yeah. Fuck it. Sort of. Not that. It's not like that. However, I need to make these smaller. I'm not happy with these. I'm not happy with these. So these need to be made smaller. Dog bone. This bit also is thicker, as you can probably see from that. Can you see how much thicker it is there? So that's got to be fucked off. Where's my dog? There he is, fast asleep. Anyway, I finished ranting now. Where the fuck is everyone? 9 views. What the fuck? I know I do, Mark. I know I do. And I need to get a decent fucking saw as well. Oh dear. So, what else can we talk about today? What can we talk about? I got my rant over with. Nice bit of woodwork. Thank you, gamer. I hope you're well, mate. I've just told you, mate, I'm going to be scraping and painting the bathroom ceiling, and I'm going to be laying some flooring. The wood I use. Yeah, this is a piece of an old bed. So it's from like the very early 1900s. So it's about 100-year old. So very dry. Very dry. But so is this. This is exactly the same wood. You'd say I'd go through an underwear drawer. I wouldn't even consider it, but you obviously have. Joe, good morning. Good to see you. And I bet you when you did, you were sniffing them all, wouldn't you? Any motivational tips? Just little victories, mate. Everything you do is a victory. Everything you do is a victory. Just get started. Make a start. And once you made a start, you'll feel better. You'll feel better. You'll feel like you're getting somewhere. You know. Paint packs there, motivation 8. Yeah, get on with it, mate. Just pick up a brush and get started. Simple as that. Once you, if you start with a cutting in, you're already on the roll. Ready-made roll-ups. No, I'm making it as I'm going. I don't know, mate. I don't know what's going on. It seems to have, I got a couple of days of it being pushed. Maybe a week. And now it just, it's not pushing again. It stopped raining. Yeah, it has. Although it was raining a little bit earlier, but it's stopped now, finally. But we've had a weather warning for more fucking rain. I'm in a bad mood today. Can you tell I'm in a bad mood? Do you know what the worst thing is when you're in a bad mood? Is when someone says, yeah, you're in a bad mood, you are. Thank you, Mark. That's the worst. When people say to you, you're in a bad mood, you're in a bad mood, you're in a bad mood. And it's like, fuck off, you cunt. Cheers, Mark. See you later on, mate. Maybe. Don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. I didn't get cheese pie last night. I'm getting it tonight instead. Tom, good morning. Good to see you. Yeah, we was going to have cheese pie last night. We didn't. We had pizza instead. We ordered pizza. 20 quid. 20 quid for pizza and chips for two of us. We couldn't go and buy a meal and cook it for that. We couldn't do it. You just can't do it. Fucking electric's too expensive. Food's too expensive. You can't do it. And this is the fucking world we live in, where it's cheaper to buy junk food and takeaway than it is to cook real food. It's wrong, isn't it? It does. It sucks big time. A block of cheese, 6 quid. A small block. Mike, good morning. Oh, mate, I can't wait for cheese pie. So when I get started on doing the bathroom today, was it Turkish pizza? No, he's not Turkish, actually. The company's owned by an English bloke. There is a Turkish guy that works there, but yeah, he was English. Yeah, dairy's expensive, cheese is expensive, milk's more expensive than it used to be, but that's not too bad. Even, you know, just vegetables are fucking expensive now, mate. To be honest, that takeaway is fucking shit hot. I try to stay away from the fatty stuff like burgers and fucking doner kebab and that sort of shit, but I do eat chicken kebabs. So with the chicken kebabs, the chicken's fucking spot on, mate. Absolutely spot on. You need to buy a cow. I know. I know. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Mike. I don't know how to make cheese pie, mate. The wife makes it. Sorry. So that's my rant for the day. That's my bad mood. And I don't know why I'm in such a bad mood. The wife woke me up this morning, which was nice. No, I just made it by hand. I just rolled it on camera. Because I had shit pizza last night. I really enjoyed it, mate. I really enjoyed it. I actually think that my mood is more to do with I didn't take my morning meds yesterday. It looks like it's not like a sleeping bag because I've had fucking years of practice. It's perfect. Perfect. When you can make a cigarette with no creases and a perfect line, you know you've been smoking too long. I know, mate. I know you are. You Scottish are all the same. Bunch of cunts. You had pizza too? Nice. I'm happy with this right now. I'm not happy with this. So this is going to go in the fucking scrap pile. Not narcissistic at all. Not sarcastic at all. Sorry. I thought you said narcissistic then. I've got nothing against the Scots, the Welsh, any of the others, Irish, whatever. I don't care what fucking nationality you are. People are people. We're all the same. We all bleed. If you bleed green, then there's something wrong. But other than that, we're all the fucking same. So I don't care if you're Scottish, Welsh, fucking Irish. I don't care if you're from Timbuktu. If you're a cunt, you're a cunt. You know what I mean, Harry? What I like about the Scottish is they use the word cunt for everything. Being a cunt is a good thing in Scotland. It's true. Ask. You're from Timbuktu. Fanny. Yeah, that's another one. But yeah, the word cunt is an everyday occurrence in Scotland from people. Strange, isn't it? Because if you go to America, you'll never hear people say cunt because they find it so offensive. Why is it offensive? It's a word. Just a word. Just a word. The beard's growing back. I'll be glad when it has grown back. And I can play with it again. I miss a beard. The wife wants me to shave it off again. She don't like it because it's spiky. She said it is spiky on her thighs and it'll give her a rash. Growing mighty fast. I don't know, it's only a week growth. It's only a week's growth, isn't it? Si, are you still there, mate? You still with us? Or have you buggered off? What would my ideal job be? If I could do anything, I would go back to my job. How strong, Si, is wood glue? Not epoxy, proper wood glue, because that's fucking... It ain't coming off. How strong is wood glue normally? Stronger than the wood. Cool. That's pretty fucking impressive. Because obviously I glued that back on thinking I'll give it a go. And see if it works. And it's fucking solid, mate. I can't break it off. I'm surprised how strong it is. Because when you're using it, it looks like PVA, doesn't it? It looks very similar to PVA, which is shit, obviously. Maybe I need to put the robe back on. If I have my robe on, people seem to come in and talk shit. And we've been gaining fucking loads of subscribers when I've had the robe on, which is weird, isn't it? The world is stronger than the metal around it. Yeah, it's fucking odd. It's odd. Yeah, I know it's for crafts, but it's also good for plastering. So if you're plastering a ceiling that's already been done and it's old plaster or it's old plaster boards, you PVA it. Same with walls, and it stops any of the suction, and it allows for the new plaster to bond to the old plaster. Bit of useless information there for you. So yeah, PVA. And if you're really clever, you can make what's called blue grit. What do I do when I work? I'm a plasterer by trade. You can make your own blue grit. So what you do is you get yourself a tub of SBR and you mix it with a little bit of sand and you put it onto the walls, and that sand gives you a key for your plaster to stick to. And once it dries, you're fucking laughing. Bob the Builder. That's one name that I can't stand being called Bob. I've never liked that name. And the reason I don't like that name is because that is the name of the person that beat me on a daily basis when I was a little kid. So yeah, just so you know. But can we fix it? Yes, we can. Let's talk about trauma. Childhood trauma. Bob the Bully. Saturday morning's totally different from the week. Ain't that a fucking fact, mate? Childhood trauma. I don't want to go into too many details from my childhood. What I will say is we were piss poor. If I didn't wake up Christmas morning with a hard on, I had nothing to play with. But from the age of 3, that's as far back as I can remember, to being 10, my mum's then husband, Bob, used to beat me daily. Remembering the daily things that happened, I remember playing. I've been sat in front of a little gas fire on the wall, and I've been sat on the floor with a little wooden fucking train track, and it was only a fucking little thing, and a little train that went round, and you press a button and it'd go off on its own. And I must have been about, I don't know, 5. And Bob walked in, and he said to me, "Put that shit away." And he walked past me and went into the kitchen. 3 seconds later, he came back out of the kitchen and fucking battered me and said, "I told you to put that away." Something like that sticks with you. It'll stick with you forever. And I do have one good memory where I came home from work and it was summer and he was sat on the garden path doing something to a second-hand rally burner. Lisa, good morning. If you don't know what a rally burner is, it was BMX with yellow mag wheels. It was blue with yellow mag wheels. And I got all excited thinking, fuck, they've got me a new bike. They got me a new bike. And I'm smiling. And he went, it ain't for fucking you little cunt. And I walked past him and I went in and I was really upset. And my mum turned around to me and went, do you like your new bike? I was like, what new bike? She said, the BMX outside. Bob's sorting it out. I was like, he just told me it's not for me. So, although, yeah, it's a sort of a good memory that I got this new bike, it's a bad memory as well because he was just a cunt. And that's, yeah, that's the way I grew up. That's the sort of person that I grew up with around me up until the age of 10. And he was just a cunt. He was a horrible bastard. Yes, he is still alive, just about. Just about. I did see him 13 years ago. I bumped into him in the street up north. Now, 13 years ago, I was quite a big lad, and I was taller than him, but I was stocky, and he saw me and smiled at me and walked over and hugged me, and I said to him, "What the fuck are you doing? Why did my mum stay with him? Because she didn't care. She didn't give a fuck." It's a long story, but she didn't care. He also abused sexually my sister and my niece. So when I did bump into him, I confronted him and I asked him why. Why did you fucking do it? Why would you do that to a little kid? Why would you make a little kid feel fucking worthless every day? And all he could say was, I don't know, but I'm sorry. I said, you're only sorry because you know that I'm going to kick your fucking head in. And as I said it, I lifted my arm to scratch my head. And he sort of jumped back. And behind him, there was a bench. And he fell over the bench backwards. And I just walked away. Because if I'd have reacted how I wanted to react, I'd probably be in prison. But I was the better person and I walked away. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. It's something that I've dealt with. It's something I've had closure on because, again, I confronted him. I spoke to him. I faced all that shit. Have you? I was probably my dad. Probably my dad. So, from the age of 11, my mum remarried at 11 and she married my dad. I call him my dad. His name was Tom. He was a fantastic bloke. He taught me how to work on cars. He taught me how to do all sorts of different things. He was a fucking fantastic bloke, and I miss him every day. Every day. He taught me respect. He taught me respect. He taught me to live life. He was there when I needed it. I remember 1 o'clock one morning. I couldn't sleep. So because I couldn't sleep, I got up and I got dressed and I went downstairs, and I used to rebuild motorbikes. I'm 49, mate. I used to rebuild motorbikes in the outhouse. So I got up and I went out into the shed, into the outhouse, and I was working on the bike, and my dad came out and he said, "What's the matter, Rob?" I said, "I can't sleep, Dad." "Roy, good morning, good morning." And he said, "What's the matter? Why can't you sleep?" I said, "I don't know, I just can't sleep. I'm restless." And I think that he knew about my mental health before I did. So he went into the kitchen, he got me a sleeping tablet and gave me half and said, "Yeah, have that. That'll help." He said, "But I'm not going to make a habit of it because they're not good for you." I was like, "Okay." And I carried on working on the bike, and he said, "What is it you're doing with the bike?" Blah, blah, blah. Sleepy as fuck, not staying long. Maybe a slippery finger before I go. Thank you, Roy. Roy, as much as I appreciate the memberships, and I really do, it's fantastic. What I will say, if you wish to donate to the channel, whatever it is that you're wanting to donate to, maybe do it through PayPal, mate. The memberships are great for everyone, but until I've got membership content, which I haven't got yet, at some point I will get that, and I will put on some members only content. It's just a badge for people. So until that point, if you want to donate, mate, that would be the way to go, whether it be either PayPal or send something from Amazon that you think that may be a good idea. Both are linked in my bio. What I've realized is for every £3 membership or £2.99 membership, YouTube takes 2/3 of it. So yeah, if you want to donate to the channel in any way, that is the way forward, mate. I mean, I do appreciate the memberships, and if you want to stick to the memberships, I get that as well. That's entirely your choice. But just so that you know, it's a slippery finger and it's not your choice. It's fair enough, mate. Fuck's sake. Oh, Roy. You're a good man, Roy. You're a very good man. I appreciate you. I appreciate your humor as well. You're as daft as a fucking brush like me. Thank you very much. What was I talking about? Because I've been distracted. What was I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about. Yeah, my dad. Anyway, after I got married, I used to, I get on really well with my dad. And I got married, and my first wife cheated on me a couple of times. And the last time that she cheated on me, I left. and I went back to stay at my my mum and dad's place for a while. Yeah. So I continued. Yeah, I finished working on the bike, and I went to bed about half an hour later because I was like, and that was that. But my dad was there. You know, that was the point of that part of the story. My dad was there for me. I think he knew about my mental health before I did. Anyway, I got married. My then wife cheated on me a couple of times. I caught her on the sofa with one of my so-called friends one morning. I don't know, mate. It's sickening. And so I threw him out. I grabbed hold of him and threw him out the door. Packed all my stuff. Actually, I booted her out first. After I booted him out, I booted her out. And then I packed all my stuff and I gave her the house and I went back staying with my mum. And I met someone else. And my first marriage lasted 8 months. I know, mate. I know. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. If somebody's going to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do to change it. If it happens, then you just got to fucking deal with it and deal with it in the right way and walk away. I'll never be cheated on again. You know? So I was staying at my mum's. She's got the house because we had 2 kids. And I met someone else. And the person that I met lived in Cardiff. I lived up north. So it was a couple of 100 miles away. And after a little while, the person that I'd met said, would you like to move in with me? Because traveling backwards and forwards was hard work. And I was like, I don't know. And I talked to my dad about it and I told him the situation. And he went, listen, your kids will always be here. If you can go and have a good life, go and do it. Go and enjoy your life. Your kids are not going anywhere. And that's what I did. But it was his advice that made me do it. If he hadn't given me the advice, I would have stayed. I would have stayed back up north. And despite everything that had happened, I probably would have gone back to my ex, which is kind of sad. So moving away was the best thing that I did. I got remarried and I got ripped off. My second wife was very controlling, abusively controlling. And she had control of everything, money, the bills, everything. She told me that the house that she was living in, she got from my mum. I am, Lisa, you're right. So when I was paying money out every month, I thought that I was paying money out for a mortgage. It turned out that the money that I was paying out wasn't going to a mortgage because the house wasn't hers. It was rented from the council. So I'd spent, I think, 28, 30 grand on the house doing it up. And it wasn't my house. I put 10 grand into the kitchen alone. And when I confronted her about all the things and all the controlling and everything else, she looked at me in the eye and said to me, I understand everything that you're saying, but I still don't understand why you're leaving. And the fact that she couldn't understand why I was leaving just made me more determined to leave. And off I went. And that was the end of that. That was the end of that. It turned out that all the time I was with her, she'd been siphoning money off. And she'd robbed me of about £40,000. How does that work? But now, happy birthday for yesterday, Lawrence. Now I've got a fantastic wife, lovely home that needs a lot of work doing to it. Don't get me wrong, it does need a lot of work doing to it, but it's still a lovely home in a lovely place. And my mental state has probably been, not right now, but has been the worst ever in my life. That's what I think of your comment. Why is that? Why is that? Why is my mental state worse now than it's ever been in my life? Thank you, Lisa. Is it from past trauma? You see what I did there? I've told you a bit about me and came straight back to the trauma issue. Is it because of the childhood trauma? Is it because of the failed marriages trauma? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why these things bother me. I don't know why the trauma bothers me. If Lyons is still here, he'll tell you himself. Growing up with nothing is it's hard. It is hard. And we try our best to support our family, meaning our parents, as we grow up. But very often we don't get that support back. And that's the thing that's Barry, thank you, mate. I'm not shaving the beard. I'm not going to do it. But thank you very much. Much appreciated, my friend. You kind of feel like I'm looking a lot of the past. Rebecca, it does no good. Day 3 of the streak. I appreciate it, mate. I appreciate it. It does no good to look back and reflect and wonder if you could have done things differently. It does no good at all, because what's done is done. It's past. Yeah, it probably is that, Si. It's not being a gay cunt tonight. Cool. Yeah, you're right. You're right, 100%. It's strange that we feel that we need to bring it back to the surface, because dealing with things from the past and questioning your decisions and wondering if you'd done things differently, would it been better? What you need to remember is the person that you are is because of the things that you've been through. The person I am I've become because of what I've been through. I wouldn't be as open, as laid back. I'd probably be just as fucking daft as I am. When I say daft, I mean I'm a bit of a fucking nut job. But everything that we go through makes us who we are. And when you go through a traumatic thing, like a bad breakup or a divorce or whatever, you then have to try and find who you've become afterwards. And what a lot of people do is try and they say, you know, something along the lines of, what's the words I can use? I can get back to my old self now. No, you can't. You'll never get back to your old self. You'll never be that person again. You'll never, ever be the person that you was before the trauma. Greetings from Germany. Welcome. And why? Because the trauma and the experiences that you've been through have changed you. So it's not a case of finding who you used to be anymore. Jess, good to see you, but I think that you're underage. I don't think you should be here, mate. So we go through this trauma and we try and find out how we can get back to who we used to be, and it's never ever gonna happen because we're not that person anymore. You are now a completely different person because of the experiences that you've had, and you need to now learn who you've become, and you need to find the new you. So when you go through these bad experiences, it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve, and it's what makes you you. You can use it in two different ways. If Barry, that's fucking horrible to hear, mate. But I understand it. Jay, good to see you, mate. You can use this experience that you've had in two different ways. It can change you for the better, or you can let it control you and define who you've become in a bad way. I prefer to use my experience to improve myself, to improve who I'm going to be. And I hope that you do the same. I really do hope that you all do the same. Take what you've learned from your experiences and make a positive from it. Rebecca, I get it. I really do. I understand it 100%. You lied. Children do that, mate. Children do it. Rebecca, all I can say to you is don't let that that experience drag you down. Maybe sit down with your son and talk to him. Maybe that would help. The past doesn't exist. That's correct. It's gone. The past only exists in our memories, in our minds. Once it's gone, it's gone. But that trauma stays with you, and you've got to find a way of using that trauma to improve you. And if you can't improve you, I don't know what to say, because we all need to improve ourselves. We all need to move forward. I need to go for a piss. I'll be right back. Ta-da! What did I miss? Yay! Good to see you. Yeah, piss is always a good start. Marley, Marley, Marley. Come on then. Come on then. Come on then. No? Come up. Come on. Up you come. There we go. Here we go. There's the duck. I have tried vaping, mate. I'm not really into vaping very much. I don't like what vapes do. The damage that a vape can do is much worse than smoking, and it happens much faster. What's the matter, boy? What's the matter? Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Go on then. I wouldn't advise jumping on the vape, mate. There is something that is available. It's a little metal thing about that big that you can put in your mouth and use. You can suck on it. You put a filter in it that can be flavored, whether it be menthol or whatever. But you're not inhaling any of the liquid from the vape or any of the crap that's in a cigarette. So look them up. I can't remember what they're called. Does my mum know you're gay? Well, your mum knows that I'm not, because I left her dripping with shit this morning. Welcome, Sarah. What did Follow say? What did I miss? Well, there we go. Coffee. Pretty funny for an English book. So here's a question. Can a boy be abused by a girl? Marley, stop it. Can a young boy, be abused by a girl? And if it only happened once, is it still abuse? I'm not going to shave it. Not going to shave it. Yeah, men. Yeah, I don't know. Happened to you? If it only happened once, is it still classed as abuse? When I say abuse, I mean sexual abuse. I don't mean physical abuse. Barry, as I've just been saying to Roy, donations, whether it be super chats or whatever, are gratefully received, and I do appreciate all of them. However, bear in mind that YouTube takes 2/3 of that. So if you wish to donate, please do so either via using PayPal or Amazon if you want to send a gift. You can do super chats and memberships if you wish. Don't feel that I don't want you to do that. I do appreciate them. However, the other ways of donating are preferable because they don't take as much of a cut. This chat's getting whacked. Why is it getting whacked, mate? Yeah, and what did I miss, mate? Three older women. Oh, fucking hell. It's terrible. It's not that it's getting whacked, mate. What it is these are things that have happened to people, and these are things that affect people. It has happened to many of the people that are in the chat. And many of the people that are in the chat have to deal with these things. And it does have a detrimental effect on your mental health as you get older. 100%. There's no question. And it's sad. It's sad that as children we had to go through these things. And it's sad that as we grow up, these things traumatize us. Of course you're supposed to believe it. Why wouldn't you? Why would you think that people would lie about something like that? Why would somebody lie about it? If I was to say to you that I was beaten on a daily basis by my dad, I've never looked at him as my dad, but you know, would you believe it? Would you take it with a pinch of salt? Bearing in mind that this channel is about, it's all about being able to open up and talk about issues that have happened to you, that you deal with, that yeah, and that's the whole point, mate. That's what the channel's for. It's for people to be able to open up, this be a safe space to say in honesty about the things that have happened to them, that have made them the way they are, that have caused the depression, that have caused the anxiety. It's all about trauma. I brought this into the conversation. I'm the one that brought it up. I'm the one that has instigated this form of chat, because I know that there are people in the chat that 100% understand what I'm saying. So whether you want to believe it or not, even if somebody, which I can't imagine somebody would make it up, but even if somebody was making it up, there's people that have actually been through that. It's coming back, mate. It's coming back slowly but surely. Cats and dogs are the best medicine. Dogs, definitely. Cats are more of a fuck you type thing, aren't they? You work for me and you will feed me and you will let me out and you will let me in. You are my slave kind of thing is the way cats look at things, I think. Whereas dogs are like, oh, please, can I have some? Please. Shouldn't smoke. I know I shouldn't smoke, but I do. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I smoke. Cats are amazing. Cats, I find cats very amusing. I really do. But I'm more of a dog person. £25 donation, what for? Ever considered vape? I've got a vape, but vapes do more damage to your lungs than smoking does, just so you know. What does Marley think of cats? He loves cats. He loves to chase them. He loves to try and eat them. Yeah, he loves them. That's very true, Jan. That's very true. And I don't want anyone to feel like they can't open up, because you can. If somebody doesn't want to believe your truth because it sounds far-fetched, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't need people to believe you. You don't need people to believe what you're telling us, or the story that you're telling. You just need to be able to open up about it. So whether people believe it or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is you being able to open up. Where am I from? I'm actually from originally Cheshire, but I now live in Devon. Thank you, Si. Enjoy the walk. Make sure you get some videos and get them posted. I look forward to them. Appreciate you being here, mate. Thank you. I farted. That was rubbish. That was a 1 out of 10, if that. So that's it for that. Childhood trauma, adult trauma. It's all something that affects us. You were from Donny. Nice. Yeah, it was definitely a 1, if that. It was piss poor, wasn't it? Piss poor. Si, you got my number if you need it, mate. So what I'm going to do, guys. Craig, good to see you, mate. What part of Britain? I've just told you I live in Devon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end this stream, but I'm going to go live again straight away. The reason I'm going to go live again straight away is because we're going to get started on the bathroom ceiling. Once the ceiling's finished, then I'm going to get onto the floor. So I hope that you all are going to join me. Oh, fuck off, you dick. That sorted that out, didn't it? We're going to do some stuff, and it'll be nice because I can do it. It's probably going to hurt me, actually, because I've got to do it above my head, and holding my arm up like that hurts. So yeah, but we'll see. I hope this morning's chat has been helpful. I hope that being able to open up about things for you and hearing my story actually sort of gives you a little bit of perspective on things that have happened to you personally. What has happened in the past doesn't have to control who you are now. It doesn't have to define you in a way that you are not a good person. You can either let past trauma control you and guide you in the wrong way, or you can let it guide you in the right way. Thank you for being here. Much love to you all. Rebecca, you're more than welcome. I hope to see you in a few minutes. Cheers, guys.